Hello my friends, and welcome back to the rabbit hole, and welcome to September 2023's new skincare try-on. I do have to tell you a few things before we get into this video. As always, timestamps and links are in the description box below if you would like to jump around, but I have to tell you, this is a much smaller try-on than I intended it to be. I don't know if it's just me, but it feels like shipping is a little slow at the moment. Is it the holidays? Is it already the holidays? I've actually bought a lot of other products to try on for you all that I just don't have here. I'm waiting on 2 Yesstyle orders, 2 Stylevana orders, 1 Ulta order, and 1 Sephora order. No, you know what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen. It may not be the holidays yet, but all those packages, all of them, are gonna come at the same time. And then it's gonna feel like the holidays. Have you all had that happen? You will place a number of orders on different days, but somehow they all come at once. And then you kind of feel like you need to handwrite an apology to your postman. Dear postman, I'm so sorry you had to carry so much to my door. Anyway, I do have some products, but it's not a full routine today. I wanted it to be an AM routine, but I don't yet have the Numbuzin Clear Essence sunscreen that a lot of you have asked for. It's coming though. So it's just going to end up being a shorter routine today that you could do either AM or PM, add a night cream, or add a sunscreen. And I think we're just going to go ahead and try some PR. This will not be a first impression of any of these products. I can never help myself and try things in advance, so hopefully it's more helpful to you as a viewer anyway. But let's get into it. I want to start with this by Wishtrend Green Tea and Enzyme Milky Foaming Wash. Listen, when I saw this release, I was so excited because I really like by Wishtrend's cleansers. You might be familiar with by Wishtrend's powder cleanser. It contains some enzyme ingredients for gentle exfoliation. When I saw they released this, I was so excited because as somebody with a dry skin type, I love Milky cleansers. But I have to be honest with you, it's the only way I can do reviews, and the thing is, by Wishtrend and myself seem to have a bit of a different conception of what Milky means. Milky to me is the Isen Tree Yam Root Cleanser. This is just more of a gel cleanser with a slight milkiness to it. So I'm going to do what I always do with these cleansers that feel a little more stripping to my skin type and foam it up off of my hands. Look how foamy it is. Look how foamy this is. I mean, it's fine, don't get me wrong. It once again has your enzyme ingredients in it, but yeah, this is just much more of a standard foaming cleanser to me. So, you know, if we have similar preferences, if you do like the Isen Tree, if you like, you know, your cream cleansers, I don't think you will be super pleased with this one. The name's not lining up to my expectations. It is a little more stripping than I expected, but you know, it gets the job done. I don't have any real complaints. The packaging is super cute as well. I do think that, hold on, let me dry my hands off here. I do think that by Wishtrend is incredibly good at cute packaging. I'm gonna rinse, I'll be right back. I'm back. My skin feels a little dry, but not too bad. I'd rate the cleanser as all right. Let's move on to a product that I think you all will be pretty excited about. I did buy the new Cosrx 6 Peptide Skin Booster Serum. By the way, I don't think I've told you all yet. For this month, for September, we're not doing a brand review, but I swear I'm going to get to Cosrx as a re-review at some point this month. We have to. I've been talking about it forever. This will be the month. I could not resist buying this. You all know that I'm a big fan of peptides. I've been wanting to try more from the Cosrx the Ordinary line. Brief tangent, I went to look up more about this product on the Yesstyle website, and do you know I genuinely typed in the Ordinary 6 Peptide Booster? I mean, you see why though, right? Do you think Cosrx might have been inspired by The Ordinary? And don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. It reads a lot like the multi-peptide serum from The Ordinary, except it really is a different concept. This is more of a toner serum. They actually are kind of calling it almost a first serum, something similar to the Suwasu, I think because quite possibly this might be another one of those products where it helps to increase the absorption of anything you apply afterwards. That would make sense with the peptide blend because, as you all know, it's very watery. And as you all likely know, peptides are humectant ingredients. We absolutely know that. They are wonderful for hydrating your skin. In addition to that, they may have other benefits. You know, the manufacturers certainly claim they do. And in fact, I noticed on this Cosrx bottle, it says the effects of the peptides. It has some claims right here. Hopefully you can see these. It's a little hard to have this conversation in a research-backed sense because what data we have on this is supplied by the manufacturers. I feel like it's important to reiterate that manufacturers' data sometimes gets a bad rap, and I think it's important to recognize that it may be valid research. It really should be. There's no reason for it to be just garbage research. But what it isn't is, replicated. That's when we really start to believe in ingredients. But, coming back around to Cosrx, I feel like even though they are proclaiming those manufacturers' data on the bottle here, on the box it does say, using this before other serums and ampoules enhances the effectiveness of the subsequent serums and ampoules. And I do believe that by the very nature of humectants, in addition to the fact that it is just nice to apply. I love my peptides. I love my peptides. If you want more information about the peptides in this, check out my The Ordinary video because there's a lot of crossover in this because it's Cosrx's The Ordinary line. Let's move on to our next product, which is the Cocokind Chlorophyll Discoloration Serum. Now, I have to admit to you all, when I first got this in the mail, I was a little hesitant. It is very green and it looks very goopy. Do you see how goopy it looks? But it sounded like a promising idea. It has 1% alpha-arbutin. Alpha-arbutin is the form of arbutin which has been studied for brightening. We don't know about beta-arbutin, but yes, alpha-arbutin, good form. And I do like the way Cocokind does their formula facts. So it says on the side of the box, you get 3% of your hero ingredients, chlorophyll, alpha-arbutin at 1%, panthenol, and licorice root extract. My hesitation was that consistency and the color. But I have to admit, now that I've tried this consistency is so interesting. It seems like it will be goopy, and yet it absorbs so nicely. How does it go from applying goopy to then feeling lightweight on your skin? How did they do that? They actually did a really good job formulating this. These ingredients are good for evening and brightening your skin tone, and so are ingredients like AHAs, like vitamin C, but a lot of people do kind of find those ingredients difficult to incorporate into your routine. Alpha-arbutin is a lot more easy to include in a routine. I think I was also under the impression that the green color in this would maybe linger on my skin, think something like Sunday Riley's Luna oil, but it's not. You can actually use this during the day or at night. Let's talk about this Topicals sealed primer next. I really like Topicals, first of all, and I do actually think this is an innovative product to the market, but it does have a bit of a caveat. It has to be used in a certain way, and I often don't love when that's the case with products. At the same time, I understand it with this one. So they're saying that this is an active scar primer, which is a great description for this. When you take a look at the ingredients in this product, yeah, it's a primer with actives in it. And what I would say they did here is they took the concept of a pore-filling primer, and you'll be able to see just from the texture of this that they made it a bit thicker. So in case you don't know what a pore-filling primer is, let me take a moment to explain that in the Benefit Porefessional as an example. So Benefit Porefessional is made with silicone, and the point is you take the Porefessional primer and you push it into your pores. And what this does is it creates a temporary effect where you've actually filled in your pores with silicones so that when you apply foundation on top of that, you have a very smooth base and your pores look reduced in appearance. So what this ultimately means is that because this is a bit of a thicker pore-filling primer, I believe the idea here is that you could take this product and tap it in anywhere where you have a pitted scar. Right, you see what they did? So the concept of a pore-filling primer, pores, the concept of pitted scars, thicker silicone, plus those actives. The kind of drawback that I have, I guess we can push this into my pores because the drawback that I have in giving you a good review of this is I forgot that I don't have pitted scars. I don't know, I just expect my skin to have all the problems. I mean, how many of you have been on this channel for a while? You know my skin did not look like this for a long time. It has been a long journey to get my skin to this point. So my bad, I sort of forgot that, yeah, I don't have pitted scars. And I also want to say, this won't be for the raised type of scars. That's something that Topicals address, and it makes sense when you understand what they did with this, right? How it's related to a pore filling primer. So unfortunately, I really can't tell you if it's going to work per se. I will also add that reducing scars is really hard. I do like that they added some onion extract. They added some, we've got our enzyme ingredients in here, some salicylic acid, some hydrating ingredients. It does have some retinol as well, so always make sure you're applying your sunscreen because retinol is an ingredient that is sensitive to the sun. It doesn't increase your skin's sensitivity to the sun, but it is sensitive to the sun. And one more thing, I feel like I have a lot to say about this one. One more thing, they say on the box here to do exactly what I described, dab a small amount into pitted scars or enlarged pores, let the product sit for 30 seconds, then follow with sunscreen, moisturizer, and makeup. On the Sephora website, it actually says if you're using this strictly as a primer, you can use it on top of sunscreen. At this point, I've tried both, and it works. The trick is don't rub it, because if you rub these pore-filling primers, they pill. Bottom line here being, I'm excited about this one. I love that they took a pre-existing concept and built onto it. That's the kind of innovation that you know I love to see. I just feel bad because I realized after the fact I don't have the scars to test this. My bad. Let me know in the comments if any of you have tried this, how it's been for you. Y'all, so we have a bit of an update on the Cocokind Chlorophyll Serum. So remember how I was saying you can't really see the green tint to it? Yeah, I caught the blob. In case you missed it, there was a blob of it right here. So, important addendum. I think I am going to go ahead and move this to the PM part of my skincare routine. It might also be that I applied a lot of it, but yeah, just that actually happened, and I'm going to go ahead and leave it in the video because, you know, the strange thing about YouTube is if you do want to be honest about products, that really does involve embarrassing yourself from time to time. In fact, I'm even going to talk about that in our last product today. So one final product to talk about, the Rose Inc Lip Treatment Hydrating Lip Balm. We commend the creativity on the name here. Okay, so when I first got this, I tried it out, and I frankly thought, well, it's a lip balm. Honestly, it just kind of felt okay to me personally, kind of, you know, in that category of it's fine. But they have a lot of claims with it. They say, you know, you can use it as an overnight lip mask. No, this is nowhere near enough for me, for what I want my lip balm to do as an overnight lip mask. However, I'm never one to just give up on products. So I went back to the Sephora website. I was reading through the gallery, looking at all their photos, and I came across a photo of Rosie, the brand's founder, wearing this over lipstick. And it hit me that if this works over lipstick, that could be the defining characteristic of this because, speaking of embarrassing things, the amount of times where I've been out in public wearing a lipstick, but I forget about it, and then I pull out one of my lip balms, put it all over, and next thing I know, someone tells me, do you know your lipstick is kind of all over your face, it's running up into your nostrils, it's dripping down your chin. All right, we removed it. We're starting with a lipstick instead. Let's use, got some of my Revlon lipsticks out. Let's use this mauve shade here, 12 Power Trip. These are matte lipsticks. They're not too drying, but they're still matte lipsticks. And since it's matte, can you see how it kind of sinks into my lip lines? That's just what matte lipsticks do. But let's put this on top. And then I'm gonna do the old Toddy trick. You know the one. Speaking of embarrassing myself, but y'all, it really is one of the best tricks for not getting your lipstick on your teeth. Anyway, it's actually amazing. This, improves the lip line situation immediately. It improves the comfort, and it's not running everywhere. That is the strength of this lip balm, if you ask me. So listen, in all truth, if you do not wear makeup, if you do not wear lipstick, I don't think you need to buy this. You'll probably feel it's a very mid lip balm if you do. But if you wear lipstick and you've been looking for a lip balm that won't cause your lipstick to run all over, including on your teeth, this brand actually got it right. And I guess I'm not too surprised because in my head, Rose Inc is much more of a makeup brand, and I always feel the makeup brands do understand the needs of, the skincare needs more of people who also wear makeup. And by the way, that first ingredient in here is a lanolin alternative. Lanolin it is not. That is good news for those of you that have a lanolin allergy, but for those of you that are still seeking, a dupe for the discontinued Bite lip balms, lanolin substitutes are not lanolin. Bite learned that the hard way. And my friends, that brings us to the end of this video. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you all next time.